Alright, let's get this tripod position. And this is my new computer case that just came in. We'll be taking the computer that is back over there, and we will be transplanting that into this in a second stream later tonight. But right now, we're just going to skip right to the unboxing part. Alright, I've already cut the sides here. Cut across the top. Alright, and the box is actually front up, so the mesh is on the top of the box. Let's get that repositioned. Make sure we're still in frame. Alright, so we got big chunks of foam top and bottom. Hit the tripod with the box. Alright, let's see, we're still in frame. Alright, let's move in a little bit closer here. Alright. We got the bottom foam. And the user guide fell out. So you got user guide. I don't think we really need a user guide for a case, do we, guys? Alright. Then let's flip up. Take the foam off the top. And plastic lift off. And you got the magnetic dust filter. It's actually got a fairly sizable height. Let's see if I can get it to focus there. That's actually a fairly sizable thickness there. I'm going to just line that up so that just kind of wiggles around there. We spin around here. We got the front mesh, the side glass, the top. We got across the back here, you got thumb screws for the power supply. We got thumb screws holding the rear panel on. And then we got these screws here. And this actually sits nicely into little rubber spots on the case. And those come out nice and easy. And there's a little bit of rubber on the back side. On the back side of the screw head here, there's a little bit of rubber, so you don't have to worry about scratching anything. And then you just fold forward and lift out, and as you can probably see, that's actually got quite a bit of tint to it. That's actually pretty dark. Alright, I'm going to go set that down somewhere safe. Yeah. And let's find somewhere to put these screws. You've got inside here, I'm just going to thread these guys back into their little captive spots. You got one fan pre-installed in the front here. You got a panel there, which apparently needs to come out in order for putting another fan below that one. We flip around to the back side here. You got 2 screws. There are some screws that were just loose enough that I was able to get both of them started. And so you can actually mount this to your PSU and then slot your PSU into the case. I'm going to go ahead and set that off to the side because we're going to definitely be getting into that later tonight. Got some nice rubber feet on this thing. It's nice and soft. You got 2 more thumb screws and they're captive again. Okay, that one's just too damn tight. Gonna have to get a screwdriver for that one. Let's see. And fortunately, we've actually got a screwdriver right here. This is something you may come across. These things are supposed to be where you can take them off your hand, but sometimes they get over tightened. So always be prepared for that. Alright. And the front, and that panel comes off nice and easy. Gonna just set that on the box over here. Then we're gonna look at the back side. We got another screw here, which actually lifts off, and then that whole thing pops out, giving you full access to the back side of your CPU. And this, I believe, is also an SSD tray. So you can actually take your 2.5-inch drives and come up from behind and put screws in to hold the SSDs. Alright, we'll put that back in place for now. I won't actually need access back there, and I'm not mounting any 2.5-inch drives in this case right now. Let's see. You have front panel connectors, USB 3, HD audio, hard drive LED, power switch, reset switch, and power LED. And then down here, and I believe that's the front fan header that's coming off that fan up front. You got the trays down here, which also hold your accessory hardware. And they even list what all's in the box. You got zip ties, motherboard standoffs, drive screws, standoff tool. So you just plop that right on the standoff, and then you can use the fillet head. Of course, standoffs are also usually the same size as the drive on some interchangeable wrenches, on interchangeable screwdrivers, so you can usually just put them right in without needing that, but it's there nonetheless. Power supply screws. Power supplies usually come with screws, so just some extra screws there. Got motherboard screws. Alright, and so we'll be getting into that later. And for now, I'm going to just slot that back into there where it can stay nice and solid. And let's flip this upside down. Okay. So we got, this case actually gets really light once you get all this crap out the way. Yep. Full length dust filter across the bottom, and that's how you access the 4 screws that are holding the drive cage in. And so we'll have to take those out in order to do, or we'll take them loose and we'll slide the drive cage back, and that will free up the room that we need to get this out, so we can actually have 3 fans up front. The the radiator is gonna go in the top here, and yeah, reset switch, power switch, microphone, headphone, 2 USB 3s, and got just a little bit of peeling to do here. And a little bit more. Oh. Yeah. We got us a little bit of troublemaker plastic. Okay. There we go. Now let's see what it takes to get the front panel off. Let's take a quick look, because we're going to need to get that front panel off to get the fans installed. And there's still more plastic over the Fractal. There we go. This is actually really cool looking angled mesh when you see it in person. Let's crank up the light. There we go. That's a little better, ain't it? Okay, if we take that out of the way, looks like with that out of the way, we should be able to grab right here. Yep, and that swings forward, and that gives you access to the front, which is where we seemingly have two screws there. Let's take and let's set that to the side. And we'll grab a screwdriver to take these two screws right here. I'm pretty sure these are what are holding the front half of this basement in place. Alright, and the basement pops out. Okay, so that gives me the room to put the third fan in when I get all my fans running. Let's pop the front cover back on for right now. And now we can check out here. We now have a nice open, and we just pull this drive cage back just enough to get the clearance that we need. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and we'll do that real fast. We'll take, we'll spin this around, and you got these 4 screws right down here. Just get them loose enough to where they can slide. And we'll drop it back to the other end for right now. And we will fine tune that adjustment based on the power supply and the fan, once we get the fan installed in the front. See if we can come any further forward. But, so, yeah, we should be able to get quite a bit further forward actually. You got nice rubber grommets, big pass-throughs right there. You got a little bit of a pass-through here, here, and here, that you can probably snake up for your front panel connectors. And you got nice rubber grommets up in the top back there for the power connectors and things to go through. And you got on the back here, you got this nice deep channel with these Velcro straps for doing all your cable management. So this thing should come out pretty darn clean. Really hate that those are 3-pin fans and not PWM fans. So we'll just have to deal with that. I'm going to be swapping out I'm going to take out the front fan that's here, and I'm going to have 3 Corsair ML120s going through there. So going to get a lot more airflow through that than what it's doing right now. Alright, and I'm going to call it right there. We're going to stop this video, and in an hour or two I'll be back with the actual building of the computer.